How about now? Can you hear me now? How about now? Oh, yep, now you can. Okay, now I can hear me. All right. Can you hear me now? How about now? Oh, yep. Sorry. Never dull. Lots of things, but never dull. Hi, guys. It's Ghost Queen. How are you all? Thanks, girlies, for coming in. Good to see you. Just a little quick hangout to say hello. So sorry, Kim. So, hi. I'm having a beer, just having a quick little hangout. I wanted to just pop in and say hi. I'm sure all of you saw on my Facebook and Twitter and all my social media. I had quite a crazy night last night. I thought I was going up like Dorothy. I was calling for Toto. It was crazy. Like, I really did think me and the bike were going up in the air at one point. It was a little hairy. It was a little hairy, not gonna lie. And, but you know what? You've got to sort of see the silver lining in all things. And I met these wonderful people. They were so nice to me. They took me into their home, dried me off, gave me a blankie, and put a beer in my hand. They were so nice and fed me tacos and told me like lots of cool stories. They were older, you know, and like the dude was it was a sister and her brother and then the sister's boyfriend. And, you know, they were all older, like 60s, 70s, older. And the guy was telling me about Germany and the war and all these like really cool stories. And it was fun hanging out with them. They were the nicest people and they don't live that far from me. So I got their number and told them I was going to come back and give them all readings. But yeah, it was a little scary, and I was definitely, what had happened was, I mean, when I left, it was like sunny and blue sky and hot, and I had on like a really short little thin shirt and short shorts, and I was obviously riding my bike, and I had ridden, I mean, I probably, you know, where I went and back is like 16 miles, so it was a good ride. And so I'm on the way home and I'm going down this main sort of route, almost like a, you know, a busy road. And I could see it forming. I could see it forming and I'm like, uh-oh, you know, uh-oh. And sometimes I do take like gear with me and stuff in case it's going to rain or, you know, but like I thought it was just going to be kind of a quick trip and sunny and I had nothing with me, and I saw it forming, but it looked like really far off, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna speed home like Speedy Gonzalez, and I gotta get home quick, so I was like, and I kind of rode right into the heart of it, which wasn't the plan, but, you know, the best laid plans of mice and men, so, yeah, thank you. Who's that? Heterosexuality reimagined. Thank you for the compliment. And welcome to the stream. So yeah, I rode right into the heart of it. And like, it got to the point where I literally could not pedal my bike forward because the wind coming at me was so strong. And then, so at that point I was trying to walk my bike. But there was so much dirt and sand and rocks and shit coming in my face and pelting my body debris. And I happened to be near this store that sold like these huge square like slabs of like marble and granite. And at one point I almost felt like I was going to get sucked up. And so I went and took shelter between these two big slabs of marble that were kind of a little tented. So I wouldn't go up in the air. It was crazy. And then I just waited for the winds to subside a little bit and then still tried to, and I wasn't that far at that point from home, but, you know, so when the wind passed a little bit, I got in it, but then it was raining and then I just couldn't get there. It was like everywhere I went, there was some kind of block. So, and by that point, the rain was really coming down. I was soaking wet like a drowned rat, and I was cold and tired because it it was actually taking like a lot of physical energy to just fight the wind, and it was wearing me out. And I was like, you know, the more tired I got, the more I was like, I'm not thinking clear, and I'm going to get into some kind of dangerous situation here. I better just stop for a while. So I saw these people, and I was like, hey, can I just come under your carport for a minute? And they were like, come on in the house. And yeah, so I stayed with them for a good couple hours because it just wouldn't let up. And eventually the dude drove me home in his truck, threw my bike in the back of his truck, and drove me home. Plus, I wanted to get home because I had talked to my neighbor, and she was like, it's looking kind of bad at your house. And I'm like, oh no. And the puppy was home, and I was worried about her. So I came home, and our power was off, and my yard is trashed. I have downed trees, downed limbs that I can't even move because they're like mini trees in themselves. They're so big and heavy, and a lot of branches down. So there's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done. I started a little bit of it today. Like, I got the shit out of the road so people could pass, and there was a down power line and everything, and I cleaned that all up because they were all from my trees, so I kind of felt obligated. So I cleaned up the road so the cars could pass, but I haven't done too much yet in the yard. So that was my little adventure. A little break from the quarantine, I guess. Something different. But it was a little hairy at points. So how are you guys doing? And then, of course, today, I have people messaging me left and right telling me there was like 2 different people streaming nasty shit about me last night. They're like, did you see? I'm like, no, I was busy like battling a tornado. I missed YouTube. Sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, no, it was good. I'm good. I was a little like, I felt a little beat up today, but I'm fine. I'm fine. On to live another day. So, yeah, I just was going to pop on tonight. And as far as the YouTube nonsense, you know, there was a little bit of a reaction to my last video. How did I know there would be? Generally in life, I found if you give people a rope, they hang themselves. And I feel that that person did just that and requires no response from me. She proved my point. So that's all she's going to get. And as far as the other guy who I guess was streaming about me last night, he's someone I haven't interacted with in so long. I can't imagine what his problem is now, and I'm not concerned. Not somebody I am concerned about, so I'm not even going to address that. I don't even know what it was about. I just heard he was nasty streaming about me. So, not going to address it. Not worth my time and my focus. So, yeah, that's it. That's all they get. That's why I do those videos. I like the one and done. You know, I don't like to like linger on this shit. It's a waste of my time to begin with. So I don't want to linger on it. Yeah, that's right. Same shit, different day. YouTube will never change. Some of these people, they'll never change. You know, low vibrational shit. And I don't want to get too deep down that rabbit hole, because then it starts affecting me, and I don't need that shit, you know? So, yeah. You're just chilling out, Dreama. Thanks for popping in. So is everybody bored? How are you surviving? Are you bored? Are you okay? Are you liking it, hating it? What do you think? Some people are like digging it. Some people are hating it. I see all sorts of reactions. Ooh, here's Nyx. Look at with her little flower collar. You say hi to the folks? Oh, little needy dog. You say hi to the folks? Can you say hi to the folks? Not me. Say hi to the folks. Look, over here. Say hi. Hi. All right, down. She's so needy. She's getting big. Oh, she's so needy. Ready to rip my eyes out for fun. Yeah, I'm not doing well. I know it's hard. It really is. And then Dreama says bored. Yeah, Nyx is adorable. She's such a puppy though. She's like very high maintenance, very high energy, very needy. She just constantly wants love, like nonstop. Love, 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 love. That's it. Love, 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 love. I got the love shirt on. Love, 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 love. 24/7. Love, love, love. Cuddles and love. Man, she's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy pup. She's very happy. She's very full of energy and very happy 24/7. It's hard to be like bummed out or depressed around her because she's just so happy. Like puppies are. Okay, go chase the bugs. I had a sticky frog on me earlier, like this little teeny sticky frog. He was on my pinky for like an hour. And then I went to take a picture of him and he hopped off. Nyx, you're gonna knock my phone off. Stop. Go. Go find something to play with. Here, chase a stick. Crazy dog. There she goes. Hey Terry, how are you? I saw you sent me something, but I was in the middle of getting ready for this, so I couldn't respond. So yeah. Oh my God. Nyx may have to go in. Hold on, because she's being too crazy. I'm going to have to put her in the house. Give me 2 seconds. Come on, Nyx. Come on, girl. Sorry. I had to give her a bunny, one of my stuffed animals, to kind of keep her occupied. Yeah, she is a very lucky dog. All my pets are always spoiled, rotten. So, I have a lot of cleanup ahead of me. I'm not going to be able to do all of it on my own. I'm going to have to call my property manager and tell them they're going to have to hire somebody, because some of this stuff, like I say, I'm not even going to be able to move it on my own. And I have a bad back and I'm old as the hills. I can't be dragging around trees. So I can do some of it, the little branches and stuff, but the big stuff, they're going to have to hire somebody to do that. I can't do it. Too much for me. But this probably was... I guess they sort of predicted. I knew we had a tornado warning, but we get them all the time. Like, seriously, there's like practically a tornado warning every week. So I don't necessarily pay a huge amount of attention to them. And certainly it wasn't anything different than the normal warnings we get. And when I looked into it too, it didn't say it was going to hit our town or this specific area. It was supposed to hit somewhere else. So I wasn't really worried about it. And I thought I'd be home in time anyway. So it did kind of catch me off guard. But what are you going to do? It's the risks of living here. You know, it comes with the territory. It's just like the nor'easters up in New England. I think it's funny too, because when I came home, like I say, the power was out and my phone was at like 14%, and my neighbors, I'm really friendly with my neighbor's girlfriend, so her and I hang out and chat and stuff. And I could hear they had their generator running. They have a generator that'll run their whole house if we lose power. And so I went over there to charge my phone for a little bit, and I was talking to her, and she was like, oh my God, you would have, because she knows like I film the storms a lot of the times. She's like, you would have just gone crazy filming the storm, because she was like, it was unbelievable. It was like, she's like, I can't even describe it. And even when I was getting driven home, I was seeing some huge bolts in the sky, like crazy lightning. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was filming this. So I'm a little bummed I wasn't home to catch it on video. I think it's the worst amount of damage I've seen here yet. I've never seen this much tree damage since I've been here. Like, we'll get the occasional limb down and the occasional tree fall, but this was a lot, like a lot. I mean, I had a couple of really big trees fall. I had a lot of really big limbs fall off of some of these huge oaks. And these oaks are huge, and they're so old that these limbs are enormous. Like I say, they on the ground, it looks like a mini tree in itself. You can't even tell when you look at the tree, you know, that it's missing a huge limb, but because they're so full. But these are big, heavy limbs. So yeah, this is the most storm damage I think I've ever seen. But luckily, nothing fell on anything important, like the house or the carport or, you know, the barn or anything. So, yeah. No damage, just a lot of mess to clean up. And, you know, that you can deal with. Nobody got hurt. Nothing got seriously damaged. So, it comes with the territory down here. You just got to deal with it. Sure, it freaked a lot of people out, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost glad I wasn't home. I probably would have been panicky. Okay, Dreama. I'm going to be going for a little bit, so I'll be here when you get back. Terry, did it come up to Texas? Did you get any storm activity up there? I didn't look at the radar. I don't know where it went after it hit us. So I didn't get really a ton of stuff done today. I got some stuff done, but not my usual, like, Energizer Bunny productive self. I did some dishes and some laundry, and like I say, I cleaned up the shit out of the road, bleached my hair. As you can see, it's paler, and that was about it. Chitty-chatted on the phone, which was nice, but yeah. Just kind of a moderate day as far as getting things done. I have a ton of shit to do, as always. I didn't really watch anything on YouTube today, I don't think. I think I popped into Mrs. Wonderful's stream briefly. And she was like cooking at the time or something, and I skimmed back and saw she had been a little bit upset about something. I don't know what. I messaged her. We'll see. Hope she's okay. And I think that's pretty much all I saw on YouTube today. I didn't really have time to watch any videos. Oh, I think I started to watch an Onision video where he was bitching and moaning, and I'm like, this is boring. Same old shit, bitching and moaning about how innocent he is, and that was just like boring. You know, if I'm going to watch him, I'd rather he at least attempt to be funny, but I'm sick of this, oh, I'm so innocent, and here's all my proof. Like, yawner, move on. Boring. I don't know. So I haven't really seen any other big drama going on. I didn't bother watching the drama about myself. And then I did go to check to see about the guy who streamed about me last night, but he had taken the stream down. Pussy. Just saying. What a shocker. Hey, Dreama, you didn't see that stream last night. Will was streaming about me, I heard. Did you see that? Because I didn't see it. I can't believe he took it down either. Wimp. If you're going to shit talk me, leave it up. But it was probably bullshit anyway. Probably being accused of something I didn't fucking do. You know, probably something stupid like accusing me of being a troll or thumbs downing or something, which I don't ever have time to do. I barely have time to watch bloody videos. Yeah, I think he does that to a lot of people. But he's always gunning for me. And it's always about something I haven't done. The part you did here was 100% bogus BS. Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. I didn't even know he was still around. I really didn't. I don't, I had no idea he even still had a channel. I really thought he had left or something. I haven't heard anything about him in a long time. But I guess he was defending Farmhand. Fair enough, but nobody knows the story, really. And God knows she's lying. What else is new? And twisting shit. Yeah, right? I know. I hear you. There's a lot of crazy over there. But these are the people that are always doing the same shit as, I don't know if you said it, Dreama, or Kim did, but same shit, different day. They kind of consistently have the same sort of patterns, so you can't give it too much of your time and focus. You really can't. It's just a waste of time. So, yeah, they're always that's gonna be their thing, that's what they do. I mean, it was kind of funny about the other one, because she was like, yeah, I don't do drama, but like, I did sort of skim through her stream the night that my video came out. Before she knew about my video, she was doing drama that had nothing to do with me. And then after she, got wind of my video, then it was all drama about me. And then it's been video after video after video. Like, oh my God. But like I say, you give them a rope and they hang themselves and they show the world who they are. It's just kind of funny. Well, look, if I get to the point where I'm putting you in my 13 Reasons Why series, it ain't new shit. It's something I've been seeing for years, because I don't do that lightly, like if I'm making a negative video about someone, like there's a reason, I wouldn't do that lightly. I don't sit here and, make a lot of videos shit talking people, that's just not me. I like to see, I will say this, I truly believe this with my whole big heart. I believe everyone has something of value to offer the world. Something. Everyone has something they're good at. Everybody has something to offer, usually. Whether or not they sort of develop that is another thing. But I like to see what makes a person shine and encourage that and focus on that, Why would anyone want to go around making people feel bad? Like, I'd rather go around making people feel good, because the more you can make a person feel good about themselves, the better people they'll be in general in the world. So if I'm calling out somebody, it's because I feel like they're going around and they're doing some kind of damage. They're hurting people or they're scamming people or whatever. And I don't do it lightly. It's not my shtick. It's just that activist in me will bubble up and I'll want to see if I can help the situation a little bit. And if a warning helps and a couple people heed my warning, my job is done. I heard they were saying you bullied that little girl, which wasn't the case at all. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. Right. I've already talked about that. I didn't even address the little girl. Like, it had nothing to do with that little girl. All I said was I didn't agree with children of that age. Well, any children underage. Ghost hunting. That was it. It had nothing to do with the little girl personally. So for them to say I bullied her, that's bullshit. That's a narrative. A narrative. And my opinion hasn't changed. I don't agree with underage kids ghost hunting. I just don't. That's my opinion. Not everyone has to agree with me, but that's my opinion. You can bully me as much as you want about it. My opinion's not going to change. Yeah, that was a bunch of bullshit. But you know how people are. It's never really about the topic that they're attacking me about. It's about some kind of personal fucking vendetta they have. They either don't like me in general, or they know of me through other stuff, and they form some kind of opinion, and they just see a chance to attack. It doesn't really matter what the subject is. They'll just attack, And, well, yeah, I know there are a lot of people that agree with me because I had a lot of people message me privately. See, and this is the thing about these certain types of people in the paranormal. Like that one guy who was attacking me, Jonah Jones. Aggressive. He's an aggressive motherfucker. And, he will bully people if they don't agree with his opinion about something. You think that's the first time I've seen his bullshit? Come on. And then, of course, all his friends are going to jump on the bandwagon. And that's just how it goes. And Jonah Jones, it was almost like he was waiting in the wings for something he could attack me about. Why? Because it goes back to the Dave Miller shit. It has nothing to do with the topic. He just wanted a chance to attack me publicly. And that's how some of these people are. And you know what? It's pathetic. It's beneath me in every way. These are people I wouldn't associate with, No, that's my neighbor across the street. It's actually a dude. I think he's talking to his kid, not me. Or his wife's pulling out of the driveway. She's a nurse in Baton Rouge, and she's fighting the good fight, let me tell you. She's exhausted. I feel bad for her. I've talked to her a lot through this whole pandemic. So, yeah, I do feel for the nurses. Because, nurses usually work harder than doctors. Longer hours and all that stuff. But, do any of you know anyone personally who's ill? I don't. I haven't, and I'm not on some conspiracy theory. I'm just saying, I've heard one of my friends from New Orleans area, he said he knew someone that was sick in his circle. But I haven't really heard of a lot of people I know personally that are ill. Did you hear the thing that smokers have a better chance of not catching it? I heard that and I was like, I have an excuse to smoke. Oh, so some people in the UK? It's funny, I've been trying to get a hold of a friend of mine in the UK and I've been unsuccessful, and it's been making me worried about him. Right? The smoking thing, that's kind of funny. To tell you the God honest truth, I didn't even read about why that is, which I should, but I think I was just I saw the article and I think I was just busy at the time, so I didn't click on it and read it, but I am kind of curious why that is. Probably because your cilia in your, this is my guess. This is my guess. Probably because your cilia in your lungs is so junked up already that maybe it acts like a sort of filter. That's my guess. But I don't know for sure. I'll have to read it now and tell you if I was right. Because your cilia is like those little hairy fibers that kind of stick up from the, the lung material. And I know that will get kind of junked up from nicotine and tar and stuff. So maybe that's why. Think of like an air filter on the AC, which I just had to replace. How it gets junked up after a while with black stuff and whatever. But that means less stuff can filter through. So maybe that's what happens with the smoking and the lungs. And maybe your lungs are just like used to like so much attack, they just are hardier. I like that theory. You know, the funny thing is like, oh my God, my Czechoslovakian grandmother, she did like shots of vodka every day and smoked like a fucking chimney until she died. You know, and she died pretty young, like 68, but they said it wasn't from smoking. I don't know if it was related to drinking or not. I can't remember, but man, she was hardy. There's a good YouTube by a doctor on the diffusion process and looking into that. I'll have to check that out. Send me a link if you want. I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird time in the world, you know? I'm dying to read, well, reread now, Stephen King's The Stand, because I love that book. It's one of my most favorite books that he wrote. And it's a big one. It's a big, long, thick book. But I do have it on my Kindle. And I was thinking, like, I should be reading that now because that's what it's about. You know, I mean, it's obviously a more serious virus. And it's, you know, got the elements of horror in it. But still, it's a really good book. And I was thinking I should reread that now. Be a good time. Like, I like to read like The Shining in winter, you know, when it's like at that hotel with all that snow. Well, that was when I was in New England. Now it never really seems like winter here to me, so I haven't read it in quite some years. But I like to keep with the theme, you know what I'm saying? But I was just talking to somebody about, well, I found out like there's a river in my area that I didn't know about and I'm dying to go on now. But I also was talking to somebody about that show, excuse me, the beer makes me belch, that swamp show. It's like takes place in Louisiana, Swamp People or something, which I've never seen, where they're like hunting alligators and shit, and now I want to check it out. Have you seen that new book, Spirit Conjuring for Witches? I heard it was good. No, who's it by? I haven't. I'm still trying to finish Utu Witch Doctor's book about the spirits of the Underground Railroad. I saw a couple of good ads for new movies, though, actually on YouTube, believe it or not. I watch a lot of music videos, as you know, Kim, because I tweet a lot of them out. But I listen to music on YouTube a lot of the times. And sometimes there's like ads you have to get through, and sometimes they're like ads for new movies that are coming out. I saw some good like horror movie type ones that I was like, ooh, that looks like something I'd like. You know what's weird? I haven't actually been watching a lot of movies or binge watching shows like I normally would through this pandemic, which is kind of strange. I watched a movie the other day, Silver Linings, which is a good movie, and I had seen it before. But aside from that, like, I really haven't been watching that much. I've just been, believe it or not, I've just been busy with shit. Like, I don't know, I haven't had a lot of time to just watch stuff. I don't know why. I know a lot of people are doing that now, but I haven't watched that much. Probably because the weather's been nicer here, so I've been outside a lot more. But I've had a lot of stuff going on too. I've always got stuff going on and things to do. It's weird. I've always got like a list. I did watch Tiger King. I did watch it. Yeah, I had to because everybody was talking about it. So I did binge that one day, maybe 2 days. And I did like it. That's definitely up my street. I love those types of shows. It was really good. Great memes. There were some funny ass memes for that show. I did enjoy that because they're just all so eccentric. So I love that kind of stuff. I love all the eccentric people. Shocker. But yeah, that was interesting. I do think she killed her husband too. Absolutely. She killed that dude and fed him to the fucking tigers. Come on. You know she did. And got away with it. But it was a little disturbing, like that one other guy who wasn't the Tiger King, but he's another big one. I forget his name, but he was like kind of a big dude and very cocky, and I think he's like polyamorous. He's got a bunch of wives and shit. There was like something in the show about how he was, this whole thing that they would do where they would breed cubs because cubs are great for like picture opportunities and stuff. And then once the cubs get to a certain age where they're too dangerous, it said that he was suspected of like euthanizing the cubs. That's cruel and that's not good. I don't approve of that. No way. Yeah, I definitely think she fed him to the tigers. She killed him and fed him to the tigers. The big question is, did she kill him first? Or did she feed him alive? Because that would be a horrible way to go. I thought the guy in Miami, though, there was like a Cuban guy in Miami that they portrayed who I guess was a former like gangster, drug dealer or something. He seemed interesting. He seemed intelligent and suave and spoke well, and he seems like he'd be a cool guy to like sit down and have a conversation with. But I think his zoo is private. Yeah, I didn't like that stuff about the Cubs at all. That was just like, gross. That guy seemed like kind of an asshole in general. Way too cocky. But I would like to see more, I loved that Making a Murderer. That was really good. And there was another one I really liked. Yeah, they're all rowdy over there tonight. What was the other one? Oh, I can't remember the name now. It was about a guy in New York City. But I like those types, like the Making a Murderer type documentaries that are sort of like a short series. Those are always really interesting. She even told how she did it. Put a little sardine oil on his shoes. Oh, really? I think I missed that. Wow, that's creepy and gross. So you mean so they would just attack him while he was alive? How did I miss that? Yuck. So then he probably did get eaten alive. That's creepy. Like I say, what a horrible way to go. The Ted Bundy doc was amazing on Netflix. I watched that too. Yeah, that was good. I've seen a lot of Ted Bundy stuff, but it was good. I'm all about the serial murderers. Oh yeah, that's really creepy and gross. Oh man. I mean, look. I have plenty of exes I'm not fond of, but I don't think I'd go to that extent. That's pretty far reaching. It's pretty bold. You know, you're taking a lot of risk there. Life in prison doesn't appeal to me, thanks. Sounds like a fight. No comment. Tell us how you really feel, Kim. I can't. I have too many stalkers and lurkers. maybe relate to that feeling at times. Not always. At times. Sounds like she can relate to that feeling right now. I like her though, and I like her kids. They're good kids. I had her 17-year-old here one day. Well, a couple of days. To the point where I actually said, like, you can stay here, you know, if you need to. He's a good kid. The struggle is very real. The struggle is very real, my dear. I'm a little bit in the struggle at the moment. I actually communicated with my ex-boyfriend today for the first time in a while via text. Didn't go super well. He doesn't want to hear what I have to say. So he disappeared again. But I don't know. I think anyone in my position would be a little angry and resentful. Just saying. I'm so happy that I got this maple glazed donut juice again in my vape. It's every time I taste it, it's just so good. It's one of my most favorite juices ever. I only know where to get it at this one vape store in my town. And I went by there because I was out of it and I really wanted it again because I've been smoking so much. I wanted to get a good juice that I know I like, which will encourage me to vape more. So I went by the store. I'm like, there's no way they're going to be open. There's no way they're going to be open. And I went and they were open. And you know why they were allowed to be open? Because they have a drive-through window. So you just like drive up and order through the window. It was fantastic. Oh, yeah. Well, I shouldn't really be doing it, but I am, and that's it. You know, it is what it is right now. Like a friend of mine said, I'm not a quitter. No, but that's not actually true. I do quit sometimes, but now's not the time. You got to do it when the time is right, and you know you're going to stick to it and succeed. It's pretty low. It's like 6 milligrams because they just don't make high nicotine liquid anymore unless you go to Salt Nick, which I do have, but I really don't vape on that. But it's like the Salt Nick is so high that it's just such a heavy hit. I really only use the Salt Nick if I'm vaping exclusively and I'm not smoking. Because it's such a high nick that I can't vape it consistently. I'll just do that as like a little hit if I'm feeling like I need a big hit of nicotine, but I don't vape on that consistently because that'll make me sick to my stomach. So this is like a everyday non-stop vape, very low nicotine, 6 milligrams, no biggie. It's practically nothing, you know. Hey Lori, how are you, honey? Thanks for coming in. Lori, I don't even think I asked you. Are you still working right now? Or are you off? I hate the way this app like films. I always look like big and fat on it. Like bigger than I am. Oh, really? You're the only one? Why is that? That's fucked up. That's crazy, girl. That must be a lot for you. A lot of pressure. A lot of stress. Yeah, I bet. Well, if you ever get stressed and you want to vent, you know you can call me anytime. Yeah, I bet you are. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Poor thing. You must be like jealous too of everybody who gets to be home. I would be. It's actually a little cool here tonight. That's why I have a sweater on. It's kind of like cool. You know, not cold, but it's a little nippy. Feels comfortable though. I like it. No humidity. Nice. We're getting very close to like the big swarms of termites coming though, which I hate. I hate those little fuckers. Sometimes they get in one bedroom of the house. Yeah, that's true. At least you don't have to worry about money. See, you can always find a silver lining. Oh, wow, that's hot. Yeah, we are not even that hot yet. I'm glad. I hope this sort of spring weather continues for a while. I'm not looking forward to the Louisiana heat, summer heat. That is not fun. So have you guys seen any drama, YouTube drama lately? I know Mark Davies was going after Mark Smith. And all right, I think Mark Davies is one of the funniest fuckers alive. I adore him. I always have. Like, he just has a natural gift for humor. I don't know if you guys remember the video. Oh, I don't remember which one it was, but like, he's just really funny. He's a funny dude, and he always makes me laugh. I mean, I think he could be like a comedian. He is just, I mean, and when he starts laughing, it's just, he has this infectious laugh. You can't help but laugh yourself. He's so funny. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him. To tell you the truth, though, I don't watch him. I never have. Um, you know, going like way, 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 way back, like years and years back. Like, I had seen a few of his videos, but it was pretty clear to me straight away. So I was just like, no interest. You know, no interest in watching that bullshit. So I've never really watched him. But I know he riles a lot of people up. And it's mostly the Brits, you know, who really sort of get fed up with him and end up making videos about him and stuff. Because, you know, same country and all that. But, yeah. But I do think Mark Davies is hilarious. He's wicked funny. He just kills me. I don't know. There's something about him that I just think is... I think he's funny and charming, and he's a smart guy, and I like him. He's got a little bit of a hard edge to him, and, you know, he can be... You have to know him for a long time to really kind of get to know him, but I like him. I always have. Hey, Ninja Kid, how are you? Thanks for coming in. You're not a kid, though, are you? This is an 18-plus stream. Just saying. No kids allowed. Otherwise, YouTube would get mad at me, spank me. I did all my settings right away. I wasn't going to dip into any of that nonsense. Because I have a mouth like a sailor. Can't help it. It's from my father. My father was a big swearer, so I picked it up from him. Young. Oh, Kim, you're sparking my memory. All right. So I was going to comment on this. I should probably make a video about it, but I did see one stream. Truthfully, Trisha did. Just one recently. I don't remember. It was definitely not like today. I don't even think it was yesterday. It might have been over the weekend or something. But she did this one stream where she got in this getup where she's like half naked and streaming. And I was like, who? Oh, what is she doing? What was she doing? I was embarrassed for her. Like, and not because there's anything wrong with her or that she's unattractive. You know, she's an attractive woman, I think. And it's not that, like, she's heavy or anything. It's nothing like that. I'm not body shaming her or anything. It's just, I don't even know if I'm going to be able, I might need to think about this and choose my words before I start speaking on it, but I was sort of mortified. I was like, ooh, no, 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 no. I'm 51 and I'm not shy about saying my age, so. But yeah, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm starting to get what everybody's talking about. It just seemed a little nutty. I guess that's all I'm going to say. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I don't really understand it. I guess it's just that sort of crazy, eccentric behavior for views that some YouTubers do. Um, But it was a little over the top and just kind of like, what are you doing? All I could think of when I saw her doing that was like, your ex-husband and his girlfriend are going to eat you alive. You're setting yourself up. I think she needs like a personal advisor. You are kind of ugly. Oh, well, thank you. What a kind thing to say. I think my mods can take care of that person then, since they don't want to come in and be nice. She appears to have a few things going on, and it went from fun to not fun anymore. Yeah, that didn't feel fun. I felt like it was definitely not fun anymore when I was watching that. It was cringy. It was cringy. Come on. And I hate to even say that. Maybe it was fun for her. I don't know. But it seems like she does have an OnlyFans, doesn't she? It seemed like something that should be on OnlyFans, not on YouTube. That's my personal opinion. Seemed like way more of an OnlyFans thing. Maybe that was her way of luring people to OnlyFans. I don't know. I can't begin to understand it. But I thought it was a little bizarre. How bizarre. But as I say, you know, and as I said, I mean, I was commenting on like 3 streams that she did, you know, that I watched one weekend or something. Like, I've never watched her, so I was only commenting on that little tiny window peep, you know, like I haven't watched her a ton. Right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You do on OnlyFans. You do get paid enough. So why was she doing it on YouTube? I just didn't get that. Didn't seem to make much sense to me. It just seemed a little bit too much for YouTube. Right? Like, that was just, I was just like, you know, jaw slack. What are you doing? Well, yeah, I know. That's true. Good point, Kim. But nonetheless, I don't like to be nasty. You know, like I don't like to be nasty to anybody. You know, there's enough nasty in the world. Look at the troll that was just in here. You know, so if I don't have to, I don't like to be nasty. But let's face it, some of the shit she does has got to be, you know, that outlandish behavior has got to be for views, and she's got to be expecting some nasty and maybe even trying to generate it. You know what they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. And that's wild, but like, I don't know, to me it's not interesting wild. It's too cringy to be interesting. Personally, that's what I think. That's not a train wreck I need to see. Right. Yeah, no, you're right. It probably does create more views. I agree. But I'm not the sort of viewer that appeals to. I guess just let's leave it there. That's as nice as I can say it. And she does talk a lot about how there's kids coming into her stream and stuff. So it seems a little weird to do a burlesque show when you may have a lot of kid viewers. I don't know why she would have kid viewers in the first place, but I don't know. It seemed a little out there. That's my personal opinion. All right, I'm going to smoke one more butt with you, and then I'm going to wrap it up because I finished my beer. I'm only having one, and it is getting a little, actually a little chilly. I'm getting a little cold. Oh, really? I didn't even know they did that, but I'm glad they do. They should. Yeah, she's definitely trying to always create drama. I mean, that's obvious. And I wasn't denying any of that, you know, but, I don't know. I guess I was sort of like it really wasn't originally so much about her. It was about the issue. But so, I mean, that was the most that was the most comments I ever got on a video. And I was like, whoa. I tapped into something here, man. Everybody hates her. I mean, there were so many hate comments. And it's probably because she's got most of those people blocked, so they don't have anywhere to leave their hate comments, so they left them all here. But it was like, whoa. People get very emotionally invested. I didn't have that emotional investment in her, so it just wasn't like tipping my scales, you know what I mean? But she's definitely an odd duck. I mean, come on. But I think that's part of the shtick. Yeah. Well, exactly. You know, and when I watched that Diane on Dr. Phil, I was like, I don't like her. And I had never really watched Diane and Wendy. But, I mean, yeah, they wouldn't have a channel if it weren't for her. So, I can't stand Diane's voice. And I don't like Wendy, so I would never be watching them. That's just me. Yeah, no, they don't appeal to me. Not my type of people. I mean, like I say, I don't mind some lighthearted drama, you know, and I don't mind fun drama. I don't like mean drama. And I don't like, you know, people who are like cruel and creating drama out of nothing and excessive sort of nasty ass drama. Like that shit just doesn't appeal to me. I don't think you're a drama person at all, actually. So I'm not laughing. I really don't think you're a drama person. Trust me, I know who the drama people are, especially in our field. You're not one of them. Well, you know, who isn't? I mean, we all got our stuff. Everybody has something they deal with. Trust me. Some people hide it better. She left me speechless. No, you've always been a good egg, Kim. I've never really had a problem with you. I mean, I got a little irritated with you that one time you were making some nasty videos about me, but even then I knew it wasn't really about you, it was about somebody else, so I didn't get that sparked up. You know, I can tell you're the type of person that'll go to bat for your friends, and that's all you were doing at that point. And I knew it, so, you know, it didn't really rock my boat all that much. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in here. You know how I am. When my boat gets rocked, that's it. I'm done with them. But I can also forgive, you know. And if I don't feel like somebody's got a lot of malice in them, I'll forgive. I'm not, you know, I don't hold grudges till the end of time. I really don't. I can definitely forgive people and give people, like, you know, a second chance to be in my life and to be my friend. No problem doing that. Heck, some people I give third and fourth chances to, you know, so it's not like I'm not bendable. I can bend, you know, and I can forgive. But I can also read when a person's just a negative, nasty asshole. I can. And those people, you know, when you bump up against a toxic person like that, that's it. You can't give them chances. You know, there's always going to be some kind of fucking issue. So you gotta just keep your distance. Keep your social distance. More than 6 feet. Because those types of people, they will feed off your, you know, they'll create that negative energy and they'll feed off of it. And you'll just be their supply. You don't want to get to that position. Yeah. Well, and even what you did, you know, I mean, that does take courage, you know, to sort of change your perspective. So I always respect that. Yeah. I hear you. And I've done that too, you know. There's been times when I thought I didn't like someone, but then I was able to see a different side of them and I've changed my perspective, you know, and you need to be able to do that in life. You know, I've said this a million times, but I'll say it a million more because it definitely stands true. It seems like any time in my life when I become really fixed in an opinion and it's like unwavering, the universe will throw something in my path to kind of make me rethink my perspective, you know, and make me bend. You have to be able to bend or you break. So I think that's about all I got for tonight, guys. But thanks for coming in and hanging out and having a little Wednesday hump day chitty chat. My battery just warned me it's down to 15% too. Do I ever read the mutant messages down under? I don't know that I know what that means. So probably not. You mean negative comments? No, you must be. Oh, it's a book? No, I haven't read it. But send me a link, because I'll forget. So send me a link. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I'm all about that shit. I always wanted to do the Appalachian Trail, and I never have. Maybe someday. Right, Dreama? Yep, have a good night. Friends and lurkers, haters, thanks for coming by. You're all fans. They love to watch me. Keep watching. Maybe you'll learn something. All right, girly girls. Well, have a good night, everybody. Have a good sleep. Stay safe. Stay sane. If you start going wiggy, hit me up. I'll talk you off the ledge. And I am trying to do these lives a little bit more often, so pop in when you can. And be good, but not too good. And yeah, I will see you guys all again very soon. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great Thursday, and we'll catch up again soon. Bye, guys. Good night.